Hi, hello, and welcome to my reselling channel, Flippin' Hippos. I'm Star. Today is Monday, so it's time for the highlight reel, or what I used to call what sold on eBay. But now we actually look at all the platforms. So this is not just an eBay-centric video. I haven't done one of those in a long time, but I wanted to do a throwback. What sold on eBay? Now I've done it twice. Those of you that have been around for a while, probably fun to hear that. But now we just do the highlight reel, and highlights mean several things. One means my big home run or high dollar sales that I'm excited to share with you because that is a highlight. But most of the time, my highlights are just regular everyday items that everyone can source and everyone can find and make a living on, and items that have a teachable moment attached to them. It can be a mistake I made. I want you to avoid the future. It can be a new to me item I want to talk to you about. It can be a new item that I need to talk about shipping with you, and that we'll get into specifically in this video. But there's usually always more teachable moments in my highlight reels than celebrations, and that's okay because I am here. This channel is to connect with the reselling community and help you guys become better resellers and more successful. That's the bottom line for this channel. In fact, I should make that my new tagline. But let's just jump on in. I did have sales on all 7 platforms. So it's another stellar week. I will be on vacation from starting the weekend, the Saturday of the 27th, and I won't be back until July 6th. I'm going to have a bunch of pre-recorded videos that are going to come out during that time. But when I get back, I'm probably going to be adding ThreadUp, direct listing, and Facebook Marketplace shipping. So then I'll be on 9 platforms. I'm getting a little too big for my britches, as my grandmother would say. All right, let's jump on in to the highlights. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, let me put myself down here, and we'll jump on in at the end here. I do show you my whatnot sales from my List Perfectly catalog because I haven't figured out how to show you my whatnot sales without showing you my buyer's full name and address. And I'm beginning to believe there's no way to do that. So we'll just do this. This says it sold 616. I can't remember if I showed it to you in last week's What Sold video. Doesn't hurt to show you again. It's a blue rod beady swim skirt, and it's a plus size 22W. And this isn't something I'm clearancing out. This is a newer item that I threw up on Whatnot just to see what would happen. And it sold for $21. All right, and then up here, this little dude sold, whoops, I don't know what I'm doing, my mouse there. This plush was clearanced out on Whatnot for $15 because I'd originally wanted $30 for it. It's pretty big, 14 inches. It is a Minecraft character, but he was not listed on eBay, and I'm going to tell you why, and this is a teachable moment like I was just talking about. On eBay, if you have any Minecraft characters or Mojang merchandise, Mojang, which is the brand that makes the Minecraft merchandise, and others as well. If you have Mojang or Minecraft, but you do not have the original tags attached to the item to prove that it is that brand, you can get a Vero and you can get suspended. And I've known people who's gotten takedown notices and letters from attorneys. It's wild. So don't put any Minecraft or Mojang items on eBay unless you have the original tags attached. So if you have a plushie and it has a tush tag that says Mojang, you're fine. You can list it. This dude was missing all of his tags. He didn't have a tushy tag. He didn't have hang tags, no tags. He's very clearly a Minecraft character. But without his tags, I don't want to list him on eBay. In fact, you can see my seller notes in my List Perfectly catalog right there for myself to remember. Don't list on eBay right here above him. And then just to be on the safe side, I did list him everywhere else, but I didn't put Minecraft or Mojang in the character in the title. So I just called him a ghost video game character. And this way I'm protecting myself still by not using the term Minecraft or the brand name Mojang. Everyone who sees him knows what he is, but I don't need to get myself in legal trouble with a brand that likes to go after people. So he's just a ghost video game character, but I didn't even put him on eBay just to be safe. Okay, so on Depop, I only had a couple of sales. I sold these Allen B jean shorts for $18. These were not clearance item. These were newer jeans. I had wanted to move over a lot of my summer clothes. And I'm still moving over old stuff to clearance it out as well. So these shorts sold for $3.50. And then you had an $18 sale. So that shows you can use Depop for current items or clearance. Vinted, I had a whole handful again. Different price ranges, just depending. I had shorts for $4, some t-shirts for $4 and $3. I let 2 of these Columbias go for $9, a Build-A-Bear for $6, a Calvin Klein polo for $16. You can kind of see, and there were more than this. Your sales kind of just like disappear on Vinted over time from this list, and people can't see what you sold. I found that out because I wanted to pull up all my sales and I was digging, and I'm like, where are the rest of them? But I mean, just generally speaking, I'm moving stuff on Vinted every day because the majority of what I put over there is priced to go. It's priced at clearance prices, but not everything, just the majority. And the same with Depop. Mercari, I had 1 sale. I don't know what to do with Mercari. I can't seem to quit it. I did quit it. Was it back in 2024? I quit it for like 6 months, and then last year I came back to it. It takes so little time to cross-post there using List Perfectly, and I tend to sell stuff here and there. I mean, it's money I didn't have, I guess. A $21.25 swimsuit. I'll take it. So I remember complaining that my Etsy was kind of slow last week. It's still kind of slow. You can see. It's not in a coma anymore. I think she woke up. But she's not where she was like from Q4 of last year all the way through the end of May. My Etsy was popping. And it may be what I have listed over there in the time of year. If you think about Q4 being Christmas, and then you go into Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and graduation gifts and all of those things. And maybe people just don't want jewelry right now. Some people do. I sold this vintage Longhorn bull skull. Isn't this so stinking cool? When I was a kid, my grandfather had one of these Longhorn skulls in his backyard, like up on a ledge for decoration kind of type thing. But this one is so cool with its ruby eyes. Anyway, $24. Just a beaded, chunky beaded fashion necklace. This is not a necklace star. This is a bracelet. This is just a costume piece of jewelry, $20. These are vintage limited chinos, and that's like the actual brand. Limited chinos, you can see it there. Sold for $24. One of my DVDs. If you haven't heard the DVD story yet and you want to hear the DVD story and you're curious, let me know in the comments. I'll type it out or something for you. But most people watching have heard the DVD story ad nauseum. You don't want to hear it again. I sold the DVD. I sold one at eBay too, I believe. $24 for this costume jewelry piece and $28 for this one. Again, goes to show you, you don't have to list costume jewelry at junky junk prices. And no, it wasn't eBay. I sold a DVD on Poshmark. I got this pulled up to just kind of show you. I got 2 highlights pulled, but you can see from the list, tons of just run-of-the-mill, lower-end, clearance, bread and butter items sold on Poshmark last week. But I did have this really nice sale, $25 for this piece of costume jewelry. I thought this one was very interesting and nice. It had all the different beads and stones. It's a nice piece. And then my vintage 2000 Chosen International teddy bear with her baby. Aren't they cute? She was ginormous, a little over 2 feet tall. Giant vintage plush, man. Giant vintage plushes are all the rage, or at least they used to be, but I still sell them. They sold for $31, and I did manage to get her into a ground shipping box, the ones you can order for free. I kind of had to finagle and squish her a little bit, but she is a plush. She'll be fine. You can squeeze plushies into places. Okay, I recently listed and scheduled both, a bunch of vintage, like ephemera matchbooks and Zippo lighters. I got all of the matches and the Zippos from Case Aunt's estate. I probably would never have sourced something like this, but now I might. I don't know. These sold for $15-ish, give or take, all them with shipping. I'm terrible at math. Y'all know that. We'll say 15. There's a teachable moment attached to the matches. So before I ever even photographed the first match or the first lighter, I did research how you have to ship these and what the rules are, because they are considered hazmat. So if you're going to sell Zippos or any kind of the refillable lighters or matchbooks or boxes of matches like this, make sure you do your due diligence. I researched it by searching the eBay forums and read what they had to say about how I had to ship it. I read about it on Etsy, and I read about it on the USPS website. And I highly recommend you do all of the above. Make sure you're following rules and staying in compliance. I will only be listing the matches and lighters on eBay and Etsy. From all of my research, Poshmark, Mercari, whatnot, Vinted, and Depop do not allow them. Etsy does, as long as they're vintage and you follow the shipping protocol, and the same with eBay. So they want them like in a bag, they want them wrapped, they want them in a box. So just be careful that you do it correctly, and then you have to print your label a very specific way so it has the H on it and says it's hazmat, so it only goes ground, and the post office is well aware of what you're shipping. So I did get some little boxes to ship these in. I got so many that a $13 purchase for some boxes to ship them in was well worth it. And then I will have extras left over that I can do some of my fancier jewelry in instead of putting it in a padded envelope. So these were free. They sold. I followed the rules. Look them up if you're going to sell stuff like that. Just some costume jewelry. I almost called these necklaces. I don't know what's going on with me today. These are earrings. $20 all in. A shell bead bracelet. Y'all, if you ever get any of these shell bead or the Heishi beads, bracelets or necklaces, price them high. And make sure you put things like surfer, beach core. You can see I did. All in. This was about $26 bracelet, and you can get like $10 more if it was a necklace. The rest of these, I believe I pulled up because it's items I don't want people to overlook or turn their nose up at, because, oh my God, it's not a designer brand, and it's not like an average sale price of $1 million, and I am above that. That is beneath me. You know what? I built my business on brands that are actually beneath most people, and I do just fine. So if you do have a volume-based business, or you have the ability to source a lot of items for very low cost of goods, these are the kinds of things you want to look for. Actually, I was going to say not everyone, but not a lot of people right now have discretionary money to spend. People are looking for affordability, used items, and affordable brands. So don't overlook these brands. Maidenform is a decent bra, $16. If you can get it for $1 or less, you know, it's good. Carmar jean shorts. In fact, any jean shorts, y'all have heard me say that a million times. Jean shorts and booty shorts. It doesn't matter the brand. You can sell a pair of jean shorts for like 18 or 20 bucks from a brand whose jeans sell for $3. Like, it's jean shorts are their own thing. These sold for $21, all in with shipping and everything. More costume jewelry. Pomina. This sold for 24-ish, give or take. I can't, you know, math and me. Plus size, large size, pretty blouses. This sold for right around $20. And if it was plus size, it might have sold for a little bit more. But I look for women's blouses that are attractive. I buy based on style. And if it's plus size, it's even better. I got a bulk order. 2 bracelets. I do offer buy 2, get 50% off on the weekends. She took advantage of that. And I made $11. So I made like $6 a bracelet, which I'm fine with because I pay like pennies for my jewelry. Decree is a very decent bread and butter brand of jeans. These sold for $19. And they were clearanced out. So it could have been that these were junior size 15 that they just didn't move. They stuck around long enough that I threw them in my 50% off sale. But normally these would have been right around 25 or 30. Always aim for bigger sizes if you can. This is New Directions. Not anything big, but it is plus size, 3X. The brand's not a big deal. It is plus size, and it's cute. We're coming up on the 250th birthday of America, and a lot of patriotic stuff is moving. This is a striped stars dip dye top. That's a lot to say, and I try to put American flag and patriotic and stuff like this because people are shopping. We only have like a week left now, but people were shopping for 4th of July attire, and this was right around 20 bucks. And then Rock Republic, not to be refused with Rock Revival. Rock Revival is a Bolo brand. I used to sell them for 50 and 60 bucks all day long. I don't know what they go for now because I haven't found any in a long time, but Rock Revival is a Bolo. Rock Republic is bread and butter. They sell for $20 usually, pretty consistently. All right, that's all of the highlights and everything I wanted to teach you this week and talk to you about. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Help me feed some hungry hippos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.